Hello, Pastor Chuck Church here with just a few announcements for you for this week at Lake Cities. This week we continue our Advent and Worship study series called The Heart That Grew Three Sizes. It's based on the Dr. Seuss How the Grinch Stole Christmas. You know, the Grinch hated Christmas and he hated the Who's. And because of his hate, he tried to ruin Christmas. But can you actually ruin Christmas? You know, I've been thinking about this a lot lately because growing up as a kid, I would watch Christmas movies and I'd always witness villains love to destroy or ruin Christmas. And then you would always have heroes who would try to save it. But what is it that most villains would do in order to ruin Christmas? Well, most of them would attack traditions. Traditions of Christmas, such as they would steal presents or even try to kidnap Santa Claus. That is what the Grinch tries to do. He tries to ruin Christmas by stealing the traditions of the Who's. He steals their decorations, their gifts, their trees, even the Who hash from the refrigerator. The Grinch believes that after he has stolen everything, that it'll all be in his favor. But at the moment he deems himself successful, he hears something that he didn't expect. The Who's down in Whoville were singing with Christmas cheer. Now in this story, the villain is clear. It's the Grinch, right? But who is the hero? Or is it the Who's who are singing despite everything being stolen from them? Or would you maybe even say it's the Grinch whose heart eventually changed? The truth is that there's no real hero to this story. Instead, the hero is love. Love wins. The true meaning of Christmas is that in Jesus Christ, love came down on earth and lives within us, and nothing can steal that from us. This Christmas, let us remember that even if every tradition were taken away from us, Christmas will still happen. Christ has come and will come again. I hope you join us in worship this coming Sunday. We're going to continue this conversation and about how it can mean so much to us to restore the true meaning in Christmas. I want to share with you some other things going on over the next couple of weeks here at Lake Cities. I want to start off with our United Women in Faith. They'd like to invite you to Chick Chat. It's a gathering of some ladies, and they're, of course, welcoming all that would like to join them. They'll be meeting at Angelina's at 5:30 on December 19th, which is a Tuesday night. I also want to remind you about poinsettias. We decorate our sanctuary with poinsettias for Christmas. The last day to place your order for poinsettias will be December 13th. You can pick up a form in the foyer or you can go online to our church website. Our children's ministry has a lot going on, starting with Wacky Wednesday on December 13th from 5:30 to 7. They'll be learning about the Advent wreath and even making one of their own. Then they also have Breakfast with Santa on Sunday, December 17th from 8:30 to 10:30 a.m. Santa will be here in our Family Life Center, and breakfast will be served by our United Methodist men. Our children are also going to be engaged in a children's Christmas pageant this year, which will take place at the 6 o'clock Christmas Eve service. Speaking of the Christmas Eve services, it's going to look a little different this year. Don't call me the Grinch because it's changed. I know tradition is important, but this year, since Christmas Eve falls on a Sunday, we're going to have our services at some special times. We're going to start with the fourth Sunday of Advent service that'll take place at 10:45 a.m., then a children's pageant /candlelight /communion service at 6 o'clock, and then a communion and candlelight service at 11 p.m. Well, that's all the announcements I have for you for this week at Lake Cities. If you have any announcements that you would like us to have shared on this video, in our e-joist, on our church website, please send that information and plus any details or images to Susie Miller, our church secretary, and we'll be sure to include it. I hope you have a blessed day, and I look forward to seeing you in worship. Goodbye.